Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy Legend 2, the 4 Monster Party Challenge. We're in a very challenging dungeon right here, the Nasty Dungeon. It's really long, monsters are really tough. And then 2 more floors, the monsters are going to upgrade again and basically be the monsters that we find in the final world. So the second to last monster is basically in the game. We want to come down here. That's the only reason we're really coming down here, because monsters can't really use treasure. So we're really coming down here to grab some of that advanced monster meat to make our party powerful. We have a pretty tough boss coming up. We don't necessarily have to have stronger monsters to defeat this upcoming boss, but it will make it more likely that we defeat the enemy. Don't have to really worry on luck. So, and like I said, I always like to 100% these games and get all the treasure. Speaking of which, I will eventually be having to take another trip out of this dungeon, just like I did at the end of the last dungeon, where I'll just leave the dungeon real quick, go to town, sell a bunch of treasure, and then make a hop back into this dungeon to finish it off. So we'll only need to make one more trip out. So I will end up selling those elixirs, because in the final town of the game you can buy tents, and they're even better than elixirs. And I just did some calculations how much inventory space I needed, and I was like, well, if I get rid of the 2 elixirs, I'll be able to basically finish this run in two more dives. So those elixirs probably wouldn't have gotten used until late game anyway for a particular character, but I'll just have tents for that. So here we go. We're just going to continue walking here. We're going to get a Miramis sword over here. It's the only way you can get one in the game. Taro had that sword equipped. Does like extra damage against humanoid enemies. So yeah, a lot of, like I said, I mentioned in the last episode, a lot of treasure that you really only find here is in this dungeon. So, but all monsters don't need it. So because a lot of the treasure, like, you won't really need this treasure, I'm just getting it just to sell it and to get the 100%. There's not much a lot to talk about in terms of the treasure. So I did make a promise earlier that I would tell the story about my squid story. Back when that girl gave the riddle back in Taro's classroom. So I was on a cruise. I was coming back late night from the midnight buffet. Had pizza and French fries. Not good for me at that point in the night, but I was on vacation, so it was one of the reasons why I didn't have uploads for like a few weeks at the end of February there. And I'm coming back, and there's 2 women, and they're walking back to get to the rooms, and one is really drunk and stumbling, and the other lady's helping her. So, being a gentleman, I decided to help out too. So, me and this other lady are like sort of walking this drunk lady, and she's really drunk. She can barely walk. Helping her back to her room. We go to the elevators, because obviously she doesn't want to take the steps, and we go into the elevator, and on the elevator handrail is a little blue plastic duck. Apparently that's a thing, like people put like these little ducks out to find. You see them on like Jeeps a lot. You see people with Jeeps who have these bunch of ducks on their dash. It's just some like little thing that people do. But anyway, so she finds this little blue duck, and she's like, look at this. She's like, look at this octopus. And I'm like, man, that's not an octopus. It's a duck. And she was like, it can't be a duck. Ducks aren't blue. It has to be an octopus. So this kind of goes to show like how wasted this lady was. And so she was talking about this octopus, and I was just like, well, that kind of reminds me of kind of a joke. It's not about an octopus, but it's about like a squid, which is like an octopus. And I go, how do you make a squid laugh? And I go, with 10 tickles. That stupid dad joke they said in that episode. and she just found it so hilarious. She just started cracking up. She laughed so hard, she actually ended up peeing her pants. So, yeah, weird story. I'm sure she probably doesn't tell anybody, but yeah, so my dad joke was that hilarious, or she was that drunk, or a combination of both, that had a unique reaction to it. So here we are, where now on the floor we have where we can actually start finding stronger monsters. The only ones we're really interested in, though, are the Watchers, the eye monsters, and snow crab, ice crab meat. We want to have the ice crab meat. We want to have Flapjack, who is our current crab, eat that. As we saw when we had the hermit eat the hermit meat, crab eating crab meat will turn the monster into another eye monster. So having Flapjack eat the Watcher meat, eat the ice crab meat will turn it into him into a Watcher. So we're gonna have the other eye monster. We always want to have an eye monster because they have that built-in surprise, a built-in warning, so we can't get surprised. And then we want to turn Bentley and Mycroft, our current two eye monsters. We want to turn them into nymphs, like how Pippin is. And in order to do that, just like how we had turned Pippin into a nymph, we have to have eyes eat eye meat. So that's why we have to find two Watchers, get their meat along with the ice crab. Unfortunately, the Watchers around here tend to come with cockatrices. They come in a different group in the next floor. But until we get another nymph, it can be kind of a pain. With two nymphs, we can both have the nymphs whirl and wipe these guys out really quick. But that is, we can only take half their points away and then finish them off with a second round. And once you get second nymph, like I said, grinding for the meat becomes much easier. And we're almost soon gonna have to leave this dungeon to sell, and also to get soft potion, and I'll end up getting eye drops as well, just to remove the blind status. But more importantly, the status we want to remove is stone, because when you're a stone statue, you obviously can't eat, and we need to have Bentley, there, who's turned to stone currently, eat some Watcher meat. Speaking of Watcher meat, because of my luck in this game, I end up getting some Watcher meat here, but one of my characters is turned to stone when he's dead, and Mycroft is going to end up getting defeated here, right there, and so he won't be able to eat the meat. So I could have just run from this battle, but I'll just use my wool, finish it off, get some extra money. Like I said, I have that goal of maxing out my money by the end of the game. So yeah, there's the Watcher meat that I need. So I'll eventually, like I said, get all that meat. I will off-screen a bunch of battles though. Also, of course, off-screen warping out of here and getting back to where I am. I basically calculated how many more things I need to, how many more trips I need to make. So I'm about to make a trip out of the dungeon right here. There's 3 treasure chests down there that I'll get. But first I need room to do that. So I'm going to warp out and sell my stuff, and then I'll meet you right back there at the top of those steps after everything's done. So, alright, I am back. Still at the same party. Didn't get any Watcher meat or ice crab meat. Did empty my inventory and unblinded and unstoned my characters. So everybody's back to the normal status. And more useless treasure for us. Like I said, this is, once we get another nymph, it might be better to come back up to this floor than to farm that Watcher meat. You're going to see the Watcher group that we get downstairs is going to come with a different group. It's going to be a three person group. But we're going to fight this battle here because then we have the ice crab over there, and we want to have that ice crab meat. We want to have Flapjack eat it. And we got Tony Stone again. Too bad we didn't have the. I tried to use the Aegis. You know, whenever you run into these sorcerers, that's one of the first things you want to do is use the Aegis. But these monsters are about like 3 levels higher than the ones you currently have, so their agility is much better than ours. So that's why they tend to go first. But now, Flapjack is on par with these monsters, so Flapjack should be able to use the Aegis in time to protect. Like I said, that like all the other eye monsters, has the warning ability, so you can't get surprised. So now Bentley and Mycroft, eye monsters, they need to get, they're the weaker form of this Watcher, so we need to upgrade them. We need to upgrade them by having them eat some eye meat. I don't know how the eye eats meat, because as you can see it doesn't have a mouth, but video game logic. But we can run into Watchers on the remaining 2 floors, so while I'm getting treasure here, I'll still be looking for those Watchers. Like I said, you'll see they start coming in groups of a 3 group. They come with Naga and the Sorcerer. Nagas are almost like sorcerers, so they cast a lot of spells. Tengus are also a pretty annoying enemy. They have a tornado. It's like basically the same thing as the wall spell. It damages our entire party. Let's just move Mycroft and Bentley to the back. They're less likely to take damage back there. And like I said, we need them to survive because they're the ones we want to eat the meat. Once one of them gets to eat the meat, like I said, their life will get so much easier because we're going to have a second nymph. And then we can just double wall, and double wall will take out any group. Sun Sword, the most powerful single target sword in the game, does extra damage to undead. Can instantly defeat an undead type monster. Use 32 strength if you put it on a robot. So we'll be using them in the 4 robot party for our strength-based robots. Some other items that we got earlier that are good for robots, the parachute. You know, if you get 2 of them, they have really good defense for a robot. It's basically on a human or a mutant though. It basically covers every single armor slot, but robots can, there's no limit to the armor. They can, of course, they can put like 2 helmets on. So, really good defense for them. Also helps that robot defense is that defense sword we found earlier. That functions like a tank or a shield, where if you attack something with it and the enemy attacks you with a physical, the defense sword will block it. So here's the group with Watcher monsters. As you can see, it comes with 2 other characters, the huge toad and the Nagas. And they're all annoying. Nagas use a lot of spells. The huge toad doesn't use a lot of spells, but the spell it does use is the gas spell, which hits everybody. So we want to, of course, use the Aegis Shield right away. Luckily we have Flapjack as a Watcher, so we can tend to go before some of these enemies. And no luck with the Watcher meat. It actually takes me a while to end up getting the Watcher meat. So what I'm going to end up doing here, you're going to see, is I'm going to just cut, and I'll come back then when I have one of my characters turned into another nymph, and then you'll just get to see the final character eat the Watcher meat and turn into a nymph. So you get to see how that transformation takes place. This is where you see how broken magic is. Magic, because it can attack a whole group of enemies with physical attacks. I'm going to get some items that do physical items that do damage to an entire group like the tank does, the missile, but they're like kind of weak. The only thing we have right now that can deal pretty good damage to a group is if you were raising someone with agility, the samurai bow can attack a group. We're going to get a strength-based weapon on the next floor. That's good for taking out an entire group of enemies. Actually, keep ourselves healed up here. We also found a tent earlier. So when we actually run out of walls for our nymph, we will basically, for Pippin, we can use the tent to restore. Tents, like I said, function basically as an inn. So, there's our Aegis. Let's see if we get the good old watcher meat here. I kept some of these, like I said, these battles in, because one, I wanted to, like I said, show you the transformation, and two, just to show that even though these monsters are hard, they give us a little bit of trouble, we do have the ability to take them out. So these monsters are 2 worlds in advance, and when we actually start honestly fighting these monsters, we'll actually have another crutch character with us to help defeat them. It's good to remove Pippin up front there, because he just got defeated. And like I said, we need to have Bentley and Mycroft survive. And huge toads meat. That's not what we want. Like I said, we want to have specific monsters. So I ended up getting, like I said, off screen there, I got another watcher meat. So now you'll notice I have 2 nymphs. And now all I have to do is get that last bit of watcher meat. And this is where you'll see that the 2 wolves come in really handy, because the 2 wolves can just finish this group off right away. Nymphs are at the same level group of these monsters here. In the final world, we actually can run into nymphs along with these type of monsters. So, well, our nymphs will let you go sometime in between, during these groups. They're not going to outspeed us. And we get the final watcher meat that we need. We have our last eye, eat it. Now we have a 3 nymph, 1 eye party. You can see their skills here, real quick. Heal ourselves up. Switch our party around a little bit. Nymphs up front. Also, we have a flap in the back there. It helps out, keeps him alive. It's important that he stays alive, because he has that warning, so he can never get attacked, surprised. Move a little bit of our magi around a little bit there as well. Give Bentley the he'll end up getting the Aegis shield, and then we're going to equip Pippin and Mycroft with the Thunder and Mana Magi to increase their damage they do with their magic attacks. So that's it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one where we finish off this dungeon. Take care. Bye.